I hope you're ready.
This is Unbridled Thoughts.
We want to hear what you have to say.
Welcome back to Unbridled Thoughts podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Ren, and you better grab the mane because there's no reins in Unbridled Thoughts.
All right, so we have our little Valentine special.
Yeah, so for Valentine's, we asked all of you to send in some dating horror stories. And we gathered a few of the best that we thought would be pretty entertaining, and we're going to read them for you today. I actually just flew in. I flew in from Chicago. I was visiting my sister.
I know. How was your weekend?
It was great, but we had a rare winter wonderland in our town in Warner Robins while I was gone.
Yeah, I'll talk about the winter wonderland since I was here. You talk about Chicago.
Well, that's what was so funny is I'm watching y'all's videos playing in the snow, and I'm in Chicago and they're getting 3 inches of snow a night. And I was like, ah. It was so funny.
You're like, yay.
The irony. But it was really cool. I love seeing all y'all's videos, and it was so beautiful, all the snow.
Yeah.
Because, it doesn't snow a lot in Georgia, at least in our area.
It doesn't, and it snowed 2 Januaries in a row. And I got to say, I didn't think it was going to snow because I woke up at 8 in the morning and it wasn't snowing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we're not getting any snow. There's no way it's going to get cold enough now to snow. The sun's coming up. Sure enough, I glance out the window and I'm like, is that sleet? What the heck is happening? I think we might be getting snow,
Yeah.
And it was the whole world went silent, and it was like a snow globe. It was the coolest morning. All Sunday morning was amazing. I just sipped my coffee and watched the snow globe.
Yeah, and we had
pretty.
people send in videos look, and people post on social media people's dogs playing in it, their kids playing in it. It was so fun.
Yes.
And it was a really pretty snowfall too.
It was. It literally felt like a snow globe.
Yes.
Yeah. But all the birds were still out, chirping. So it was just it was beautiful. I loved it.
Cheap, what's happening? Do I leave?
Yeah.
Wasn't a fly south this year? Are we going?
Yeah, what is happening? Did I not fly south? I don't know what happened.
Well, enough about winter magic.
Well, tell us about Chicago.
Oh.
So, yeah, anything exciting happen?
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. We kind of stayed more the suburbs of that area, but it was awesome. I guess they have winter all the time for long extended periods of time. And so there's a lot of indoor activities to do out there.
Yeah.
All the food was amazing, of course, but I kept hearing people exchange niceties depending on what area they're in, their little pleasantries that they have. And every time Chris and I would say, oh my gosh, it's so cold outside, oh my gosh, just a random stranger would be walking past us and they would look at my sister and say, oh my gosh, this isn't even the worst of it. January, February gets awful. It's going into March, and I guess they have winter for a super long time.
Yeah. Everybody here is I don't know why we don't get it in January, but when we grew up in the mountains, the bulk of the snow came in January.
Yeah.
We hardly ever got snow in December. You know what I mean? So it was a rarity to get it in December.
Yeah. I would always see it in the mountains out in California, just in the mountains area. But I think it hailed one time where we were out in Southern California, and we thought it was snow. And we ran out in the playground. We're like, it's snowing. It's pelting us in the face. And the teachers were like, oh, Lord, this is not a good sign for the future.
Right? The craziest hail I've ever seen in my life is in Colorado. It is golf balls or bigger. You know what I mean? It is damage your house, damage your car, damage your brain. Balls coming out.
Crazy policies and stuff for it too.
And I'm the kind of person where it's I don't know. One time my ex and I, we went out for a run. It was this gorgeous, beautiful day. And this is sunny afternoon, summer day. We go out for a nice run. And as we're running, we can see the storm clouds coming at us, and we're like, "Oh, we have enough time. We could get to this run." But the Colorado storms roll in like it's nobody's business. So we're out in the middle of the desert, out on our run in Colorado, and all of a sudden it just starts pelting us with these brain damaging.
It's Twister.
Yeah, and my ex just takes off and leaves me, and he's like, "Come on!" I'm like, "I give up."
Every man for himself. Also, are you okay?
Because it was the harder you ran, the harder it hit you. I was like, "This is terrible." I'd rather go stand there under a tree or something.
Well, this is our first February episode.
Yeah.
So we thought it'd be fun to do like a Valentine's kind of a themed show.
Yeah, you're really like wanting to get to it today, huh? Like no small talk.
There's a lot that's happened since I was last.
I know.
We went to Biltmore.
We did go to the Biltmore.
We did go to the Biltmore. Yeah. Have we talked about Asheville at all? That?
No.
I don't know if we did.
Yeah, so I guess we haven't. Yeah,
No.
we went to Asheville, tried out a beautiful spa. And oh my goodness, that place, the way they decorate is like, you know, my little fixer-upper is like how I've envisioned wanting to fix up my little fixer-upper. I might add a little bit of darkness, like a little bit more black or something, but like that cream and that, you know, I call it nude colored wood, where it's not like too yellowy, is exactly how I've wanted to decorate the whole time. So seeing it, I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I've been wanting to do. It was just such a beautiful spa.
Yeah.
Didn't you feel
gorgeous.
like that?
Oh yeah, I loved all of it. It was like kind of like wood and like different types of earth elements, but everything looked like it was floating a little bit.
Yeah.
So the person that owns it, we didn't get an opportunity to meet her, but she did a really good job.
She did a really good job decorating the place.
It was really relaxing too.
Yeah, it was really nice. And the food, of course, was really good. We weren't up in Charlotte. We were more in like Pineville. Is that what it was called?
I think the spa was in Pineville. Yeah.
I thought the whole area we were hanging out to when we went
Yeah.
out to eat, that was all Pineville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was so beautifully decorated. And that place that we...
Cutting board. The cutting board story.
Oh, yeah, we got to share the cutting board story.
Oh yeah, because we were in a little area, like we're in a little tiny area that was like, it was like a resort and a shopping area called Valentine.
Yeah.
Is that little area we were in within that little town. And so I guess they, across the retention pond or that little tiny lake in front of the resort, they had like a little Christmas village going on. We didn't even know that was going on.
Yeah, and they had ice skating on the other side too, which was, we didn't even go over into that area, but yeah. So we went into the little Christmas village.
On a raclette cheese mission.
Yes. And I see this like huge cutting board, and one of the walls that I have is like a dead weird space. Like you can't do anything with it, but I've been thinking it would be really cute because it's right next to the kitchen to do like a cutting board shelf, like is kind of the trend right now, you know? And so I see this cutting board and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just love the shape. And it was this huge cutting board. And the guy was so patient with me because I'm like restringing all his cutting boards so I can make my decision, like looking at them.
You're like, I have to put this one next to this one. Okay, I got to see what they look like next to each other. And they're huge.
They're huge,
like twice your size.
And so then I flipped that one over and I'm like, oh, and it was the one that was calling to me the whole entire time. I flipped it over and the wood grain looked like a pair of lungs.
Yes.
Or as my kid says, butt cheeks. And I was like, this is the lungs of the tree. Like, this is the one I have. It's the breath of the tree. Like, I have to have it. And
Which
then,
is totally something we would say.
Yeah.
But it was like, I wasn't expecting the guy to be like, totally pick up on your vibes.
Yeah, no, him and I at the same time, I was like, oh my gosh, do you see this? And I said, it's the lungs of the tree.
Yeah.
And then he immediately was like, oh, it's the spirit in the tree.
Yeah.
And I was like, spirit animal.
Yeah, we love that guy.
Yeah, he was a sweetheart.
So sweet.
So yeah, we bought this a big old huge cutting board and I'm toting it along. And as we get up to the car, Chris goes, oh, I'll take it and I'll put it in the car for you. Raises it above his head like he's about to like hammer down on somebody.
Yeah, so he was being funny. Like we were walking through like parked cars and he was just being a goober. And it looks like the shape of a hatchet. But you got to remember, like, here's the handle. From the handle, this thing is like this long. I'm not exaggerating.
It's huge.
And this wide.
Yeah.
And Chris is like over 6 feet with like broad shoulders. So he's like, ha ha ha. And he like takes it like this and he starts running like a maniac to the parking lot to go around our vehicle to put it in the back. And as he goes through the parked cars, God bless this young guy. I think he was like maybe in his 20s, and he was
Yeah.
like maybe five,
That.
and he comes around the corner right when Chris is like, ah, and he was like, oh, and he was like, hey, and then he kept walking. I was like, oh my God. Thank God he was cool about it.
Yeah.
It was so scary just to have that
Madman trying to kill people with a cutting board in the
Yes.
parking lot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was a good, and the restaurant was really good too that we went
Yeah.
and ate at. I can't even remember. It was Italian, right? Yeah, it was like, what food did we? I just remember it being really good.
I can't remember what it was called.
can't
And then we stayed at, we each got rooms in that Valentine resort. And that kind of reminded me more of like a little upstate New York sort of resort.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
great customer service.
Yeah, it was
Beautiful
nice.
pools.
Yeah, it was a really nice resort.
Yeah.
It was a fun weekend. And then Chris surprised us with the Biltmore.
Yep.
I'm too much of a mystery solver, and so I put it together before, but that's okay. It was still a surprise.
I can't do nothing about the street signs, the signs on the interstate.
And I felt like there was a story I wanted to share while we were at the Biltmore. I was just thinking about this the other night, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it was now.
There might be two.
Oh, I wanted the chick with the line.
Oh my gosh. It's going to be this amazing experience. And she like set the tone. I was like, what is going on?
Yes. So we get out of the bus. You take the shuttle up from the parking lot to the castle. We get out of the bus, and we were like the very first one out.
Yeah.
So we go through the little, metal detector. Ren and I zip straight through, and Chris is behind us, and sure enough, he gets flagged.
Yeah.
So they're like, sir, you got to step to the side. So we automatically, out of response,
Yeah.
just kind of step to the side out of the
Way
crowd.
out of the way.
Way out of the way.
It was nonstop. People were
Yeah,
moving
people
like
are.
this.
We had people on our heels. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we just kind of stepped to the side, and she was like, "You can't stay in here. You have to leave." And we're like, "Okay." As the line of people are going, she's like, "You gotta leave now!"
Like
I'm
yelling at us.
Yelling at us. I was like, "Okay, we're gonna be leaving." Like, I was like, what am I supposed? I finally got sassy with her, and I was
Yeah.
like, what am I supposed to do? Like, hip check these people to get out of my way?
And it
like,
wasn't like we were just like blank staring, like we didn't know what to do. We were just waiting for the right place to kind of jump
Yeah.
into people without bulldozing them over. So she's doing this, telling people to go and not stopping them, and then telling us, "Oh, just find your way through." And we're
Yeah.
like, "I'm not gonna like." Pile
so then
drive somebody.
finally the other security dude breaks up a husband and a wife so
Yeah.
that way we could go through, because this chick is like losing her shit.
Yeah.
I was like, we're not like, keep him. We'll
Yeah.
go on our. I'm just teasing.
I was like, "This isn't like."
We're not gonna get upset. You know what I mean? Like, what are we gonna
She
do?
was treating it like it was Ocean's 11. Like this was a distraction for like the big takedown.
That's what it was.
Like, no.
Or like, what were we gonna try to do? Like, break him out of Biltmore, like, sets off to the side prison or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, I mean, it's like, listen, he's gonna take off his belt. We're gonna figure out what the problem is, and we're gonna move on
Yeah.
our way.
It was the belt, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
It was my belt.
Yeah. He's not harboring some weapons, and we are not trying to harbor them with him. Okay.
But it was beautiful inside. The outside was gorgeous. It had like lions
Yeah.
standing guard, really cool gargoyles. And then inside and outside were all decorated for Christmas, which was kind of cool because they had like, I guess, real Christmas decorations that had come with the house. And then the decor team had added some. And so it was really fun walking through with Sarah because she's got an architect background. So at one point we had like walked up the house and then walked down the back of the house, kind of where the whole team that worked for the house would reside during the seasons. And we came through and saw this staircase, and the staircase was all like one flight of stairs.
Yeah.
With
All cement.
all cement, one
Yeah.
solid piece. So one flight was like
Yes.
that. You didn't see any like boning
No.
You couldn't visibly see any steel. And so she was like over there, like trying to like touch it and figure out like, how do they do this?
I was just like amazed. I was just like, this is like, engineering like 101. And especially, I assume that's how they did it back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I haven't read the history, or if you guys know the history on the stairs, please inform me. I would love to know more about it. Yeah. And a big question I got asked, yes, I wore my Uggs the entire time, and they were comfortable. My feet never hurt. My legs never hurt. They are rock stars, okay?
Yes.
And you can smell my feet right now. They don't even smell.
They do not stink. I can attest.
Everybody asked me about that. They're like, did you wear your Uggs the whole time? I was like,
Somebody said something on the TikTok post about it or something.
Did they?
Yes, I told them they're made for stomp. These shoes are made for stomping.
I missed that. I need to go back and check it.
No, but imagine how many adventures you've had in those shoes. Like,
Oh, yeah. I could
love
walk for
those shoes.
days in my Uggs.
Yeah.
Like, people are always like, you wear your Uggs everywhere? I'm like, they're so comfortable. I love wintertime for my Uggs because they are so
'Cause
comfortable.
your feet get cold.
And I am not sponsored by UGG, but
Take it.
I'm here.
You gotta show the Ugg though.
I walk all day, every day.
And then when we were walking through the main dining hall, there was like this big, huge, like, that was the other thing, is I had some people who've been before who've said that when you walk through, you learn things used to be made so well back then.
Oh, I know.
Like talking about like real craftsmanship, like everything there is like handmade, hand carved, hand soldered. So they had this big long dining table, and in the center they kind of had like a holiday spray sort of centerpiece that had like turkey feathers coming out of it.
Yeah.
Or
they were.
some sort
They
of
were.
feathers. So
peasant feathers is what they were, yeah.
Oh, the pheasants?
Pheasants, not peasants.
Taking it down. Took it to a dark place.
You know.
Look what happened to the last guy. So it had like the bird feathers coming out of it. And they were like long. And so as I was like watching it, you know, because you're standing there like listening to the tour, all of a sudden I would see one feather just start going like this.
Yeah.
Like that, and then it would just stop. No slow down, just stop. It was just like boop, 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 stop. And I was like, weird. And I was like, okay, there must be an air vent around this.
Yeah.
Looked around, no fan, no air vent.
Yeah.
And I pulled over Sarah, I was like, watch it again. And I was like, I think I figured it out. I think when people walk by, it's when it starts to bounce. Mm-hmm. It started bouncing again, nobody was walking by.
Yeah.
At that point, we were at the tail end of the tour, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Haunted.
I guess we do have a ghost story. That's like the only ghost story I have.
That was it. And then I think the other weird thing that happened was when we went to into the greenhouse, and we were looking at all the plants, and I saw this one plant I thought was really cool, and I'm just like such a tactile person.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. It looks like a little plant, and I just wanted to touch it because it looked kind of fuzzy. And then as I turned around, I saw a sign that said, please don't touch the plants. I was like, oh, okay. I did not see that sign. I'm not going to touch the plants. And as we're walking through, I was like, oh, kind of weird. And then all of a sudden, like, my whole face and my chest were like red. And Chris and Sarah were like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what's happening. And I thought maybe I was having a reaction, but I think someone just got mad. I was like, don't touch my plants.
Yeah. You touched the plant.
Yeah.
You were told not to touch the plant.
You angered the plant guy.
Angered them.
We were in that greenhouse for so long, and the coolest thing is I felt like our energy and our breathing was so good. And then when we walked out, it was like all of a sudden, it was like 10 minutes in, I was like feeling like dizzy, and it was like weird. It was like the weirdest experience to have that much oxygen and then walk away from it, and then you'd be like, oh my gosh.
Because we were in a higher elevation.
Yeah, we were, but I mean, I usually don't feel like elevation sensitivity since I was like born in the mountains, and then we lived in Colorado, you know. But yeah, I don't know. That was like a weird experience. I think it was just like so much oxygen and then having it go away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Was kind of like, whoo, head rush a little bit,
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
So, yeah, it was really cool experience.
And I think I just learned that, like, somehow Anderson Cooper is, like, somehow related or part of that family.
Who He has his hands in all the coolest stuff,
Yeah, I
so
know.
it doesn't surprise me.
That was kind of neat. I was like, ooh, back in the day. Somebody told me that a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, so let's circle back to Chicago. Did you tell us about it, like your cool experiences? You took your niece to that interactive museum.
Yes. So my niece is like 8. So we got to steal her away, Chris and I, for the day and just spend like, unc and auntie time
That
with
was
her.
so exciting, I'm sure.
It was great. And we're like, no grandmas. Like, we were like, no, just us. And so she has been really into like these YouTube videos. And one of them, it's really cute. I wish I knew the channel. But one of the ones she was watching is this little girl. And I guess she makes a YouTube channel with her whole family, like her aunts and uncles and siblings. And they use like plastic tubing. I don't know if it's like a kid's slide, like a Barbie slide, or if it's like a hamster tubing, but they do a ramen factory.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
so she's like making the ramen to order for her family. Will come and order, can I get this? Can I get this? And then she'll make the ramen and then she'll pour it down the tube and then it goes into the bowl. And I was like, we got to find a build your own ramen place around here.
That would be fun, yeah.
And so we found one and it was, oh my gosh, so good.
Mm-hmm.
I had to like, if I remember to put the name of it in the show notes, y'all can check it out. But it was like this small little restaurant that had ramen, sushi, and they were so sweet. They were like, they could tell she was excited about it. So she picked the one she wants. She kind of did build your own. And she's like, I'm going to get this ramen and I'm going to add extra noodles. And they go, okay. And so they came out and they brought her ramen bowl and like her head is like this big and the bowl was this big. And then like, and they're like, oh, and miss, here's your extra noodles. It was a whole nother bowl this big just full of noodles.
Oh
so she was
my
like,
gosh.
Oh, wow. Oh, like, bye. So she had a couple bites. We took the rest to go. And it was like, she could tell she was like in heaven. She was like telling me, explaining everything to me, what all's in there. I'm like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then we went to, it's like a children's museum out there. I can't remember what it was called, but it was so beautiful. Discovery World. Oh my gosh, y'all. If you get out that way, definitely go. You can spend the whole day there. And it's
in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee. It's very interactive and it's a lot of STEM, music, robotics. They talk a lot about like caring for the environment, renewable energy, and there's all these different like big huge stations with things that are interactive. Almost everything's interactive, so you're looking at like lasers and robotics, but everything's kind of enclosed for safety, and the kids get to like put in what they like, kind of input what they want to see or do, and then see it happen. Oh, I thought you were trying to tell me something.
I was.
That was it. It was cool. It was really neat.
Well, I spent the week just kind of chilling. Been trying to get my steps in, so I've been walking my property a lot. I have an acre and a half, so I get, I think, what did I say? Like eight times around is a mile.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
That's more than what a track is. Track is 4 times, so basically double what a track is.
Yeah. And then I think it's like the 8 times around is like 1,000 steps or 2,000 steps or something like that.
Nice.
So it's really nice to just be able to go in and like hammer out my steps on my property. Has me all thinking about maybe I should open up a mini farm animal farm.
Oh, yeah. That's a must, not a maybe. That'd be awesome.
I was like trying to Google like how many animals could I have on my 3 acres that I don't quite own yet. I only own half of them, but I'm manifesting owning the whole 3 acres.
Yeah.
And like setting it up in my head, making it all happen.
Listen, I'll come over and help you.
I planned the whole farm last night.
Awesome.
I know. I found those sheep.
Oh, you did the little little miniature sheep.
The Valet.
Oh, cute.
They are the cute. They're not miniature. They're full grown, but the little black and white ones.
Yeah.
They are the cutest thing. And there's actually a farm here in Georgia that I'm going to reach out to and see if they can kind of give me some advice. But they specialize in the Valet and the Highland cows, just like I want to do. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually amazing. You know what I mean? Throw in a miniature donkey and I'm in heaven.
Praying and manifesting like a property opens up next to you so I can help you with your little farm. It's so fun.
Yeah, and then we can do our little podcast shed, which we've always wanted. So anybody wants to donate an old shed
Yeah.
that's decent sized, we are willing to take it.
Yes.
That's air conditioning and heat.
Well, I was thinking if I can get that land, then we could I would have the electricity come hooked up onto it. You know what I mean? Because I would want the electricity set up for the barn anyways, so I could have electricity and heat. I could have air conditioning and heat for the animals. So
That'd be cool. Like, let them in, like, pet them while we're recording.
I know, right?
Awesome.
That'd be so fun.
Yes.
And all the guests, they could come play with the farm animals.
Those are good TikTok videos.
They will make for great TikTok
Come on in,
videos.
grab
Yeah.
a sheep, grab a cow, have a seat, get comfy.
Would you like some tea?
Great, I can't wait.
All right. I guess now we can get to business.
Okay.
We've caught up, right? Or
Yeah.
is there anything else we want to share?
I don't know. I'm sure it'll come up. If
You
we
know,
do.
do you have any crazy dating stories?
I have one. It's not really crazy. I was crushing on this one guy, and it was like all the signs were there. So at the time, I had like a boyfriend I had been with for 2 years, and things were already kind of like a little bit rocky with that boyfriend.
Yeah.
We were kind of going our separate ways. We just had separate goals. It was what it was. He was a cool guy, but so I kind of knew, kind of saw the writing on the wall. But I had a coworker introduce me to a friend, and he was a great guy. He was like a stand-up comedian, great personality, like cute face, whole thing. And as we got to know each other, we would just like be chatting and talking, and then like the weirdest things would happen. Like we were talking about birthdays, and it turned out he and I were literally born on the same day,
Oh, that's crazy.
same year. And we're like, whoa. So it's like all the things that you think are like, oh, this is a sign. Those little things kind of kept happening.
Yeah.
And then my boyfriend and I broke up, and for other reasons, But I was like, okay, well, I'm wanted to kind of take my time and be single for a while, kind of get to know myself. But he was like, I really like you. We should go on some dates. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, let's just take it slow. So we went on a date or two, and they were always fun. He would take me to the comedy club. And he took me to go see Gilbert Gottfried. We got to meet him after the show. And
That's cool.
Real cool. I mean, really cool, like fun, loving guy.
Yeah.
And then we went to the movies, and I was like, this is like really seems like it's working out. I would love to know if we have chemistry, you know what I mean? And so at the end of the movie, I kind of leaned over and gave him like a little kiss. And I felt nothing. And I know people have said that before, but I mean, I'm talking nothing.
Yeah.
No spark or anything. And so after that, it got kind of weird. And so I think he kind of felt that. And so like the next day, he kind of texted me all day, and he was like, hey, sexy. And I was, working full time like I do now as an esthetician, but I was in Atlanta. So I had worked at this big concept salon out there. And so he's like, in between clients, I'd pick up my phone. I'd be like, oh my God. They'd be like all these different texts, and I'd have to go through. And he was trying to do the whole hey, baby, that kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, hey, well, you know what I mean? And I think he thought I was being very dismissive, but I was just working. So that kind of made it kind of weird. So we got together another night to try a date again. And he was like, hey, I just kind of think things are going a little weird with us. And I thought we had chemistry. That's how he taught him. And he was like, I thought you wanted to take it slow, and then you kissed me in the movie theater. And I was like, well, I just wanted to know if we had chemistry. And I said, I have to be honest with you. I just didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not that you're a bad kisser. I just didn't feel anything. And he got real quiet. And he looked at me, and then he grabbed my face, and he goes in and tried to give me a passionate kiss. And it was no muscular engagement of any kind. It was just like this, smushing his face into mine. And I was like, the whole time I was kind of retracted back, oh. And
how do I get out of this situation?
And then he pulls his face back. He goes, how was that? And I was like, I don't think it was going to work out. I was like, I'm so sorry.
I don't think we see eye to eye.
It was not him. It was just the chemistry just was not there. And sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird how you can have people in your life that it's just literally a friendship chemistry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you try to take it further than that, it's ooh, this is not it. Not it. You know?
But it was awkward, and he would like at work he tried to do like the whole like spicy. I should not tell the story. I'm so sorry. I'm not saying any names. He would try to do like the whole like spicy text story, like kind of sexy texting, like while I'm working, and I would feel bad. It's like in between clients, like he goes, I wish I could be with you right now and like kiss your neck and do this and do that, and I kept being like, okay, like this is your thing more than mine because I just don't have the attention span for this. So I would try to like text stuff back, and he would keep going, and so I would say something like, okay, well I can't wait to get with you and whatever, you know, we were just dating, but I can't wait to do this and can't wait to do that. And then it got really quiet, and I was like, shoot, he totally knows I'm faking it, you know. And then he texted me back, and he was like, I should probably tell you, it's not that big. And I was like,
oh, what?
I'm like, this is the most awkward like dating situation I've ever been. I'm so sorry. I know this is an inappropriate story, but
no, I think it's great. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to like, I don't know, understand. Been there.
I'm like, you're trying to get all hot and heavy and sexy, and I'm trying to help you along, and then you drop that bomb, and it's like, let a girl see for herself, I guess. I was like, nothing to look forward to now, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, there's more to it than just that. It's like chemistry and everything else. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, like there's so many other things at play. There's romance and like, you know, like hugging and kissing and like, you know, just fun experiences with each other. I mean, even just holding hands. There's so many forms of like intimacy. Like so don't cut yourself short. No pun intended.
Oh my. I love it.
Now you know I want to go straight to it. Everything's awkward real fast, guys. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. You did good. That was fun.
All right, so we did a call out to all of our listeners on the socials, asking y'all to send in your dating horror stories, and we kind of went through. We got some amazing stories, and I know we won't have time for all of them, so we kind of curated the best ones. So do you want to start, and then we'll take turns?
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm
These
gonna
are
read
all anonymous, by the way. Okay.
all anonymous, and I haven't read through any of them, so I'm kind of
you're blind reacting.
yeah, I'm blind reacting. Okay, so this one says, I had a guy ask me to go to the movies. We get there, and he makes me pay for my ticket. It's a movie I don't even want to see, but oh well. I wasn't super into the guy, but it was right after a breakup, and I was bored. We walk into the theater, and no one else is in there, but he made us go to the back row. The movie starts. Made you go to the back. I only go to the back row until I met you guys. So that now I sit in like the first row. Like who doesn't go to the back row?
Sometimes so I feel like you go to the back row and it's like, okay, now I'm just watching like a TV screen. It's not as close. I'm like right in the middle.
The movie starts and he tries to lay me down across the row and pull the armrest up to make out. He then proceeds to sneeze in my shoulder, crawl on top of me, thinking something was about to happen, and wipe his nose on my shirt. Oh, no! At first, when I read the sneeze, I was like, "Is it like my dogs will playfully like do the little? I call it the judgmental sneeze."
Yes.
Was it the judgmental sneeze?
Yes.
I push him off, and he says, "Let's leave." Keep in mind, the movie hasn't even started. It's still the previews.
I love he's like, you must be turned on. Let's get out of here.
We get to the parking lot and he opens the back door to his car. I told him absolutely not. He said, not even a blowjob? No. This is the kicker. Not even a little bit of one. I left him in the parking lot.
I'm glad you left him in the parking lot.
Yes.
That was a great
Kudos to you.
To that. Yes. That was rude.
That deserved a leave it in the parking lot. I assume she must have drove herself, though.
Yeah.
Either that or she was out there hitchhiking.
That's the exchange rate doesn't add up there either. All y'all did was go to a movie and you didn't even finish it.
Yeah. And she paid for herself.
And
like,
she-
I don't
yeah.
know how he feels like he has rights.
Oh my god.
Oh. I didn't see the movie.
I wouldn't, because you're afraid he's going to come back in with you.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
A guy would. That's guy logic.
Yeah.
That's
Girl
true.
logic is like, no, this
He
creep
might
is going to
me
follow me in.
Yeah.
I got to get out of here.
There's things that like just straight men just don't think about.
They just don't think about.
It's just like the bliss.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. I love this already. All right. My unhinged date was about 20 years ago in a different city and state, but it is one my family loves to tell everyone. It was my first adult date outside of college, way back at the beginning of the internet dating age.
Oh, man.
I had been talking to this guy on Yahoo Messenger, and we decided to meet in person. But I'm not dumb. I brought a friend along, and her internet mystery man as well. So a double blind internet date. My parents had a hard time seeing me as a grown adult who was capable of making her own choices. So they were adamant that he come to our house and meet them. Okay, parentheses. In hindsight, that was dumb. Now, he knows where they live, and if he's a serial killer or something, that's not a good thing. But, it's an observant thing, but yeah, I get it. So he gets to my house, and my big brother is doing the big brother thing, and he goes out to this guy's truck and says, I don't want to tell you what to do, but before my dad comes out here, you may want to take down that rifle and Confederate flag.
Oh.
He meets my parents, and they send us on our way, shaking their heads because they know this guy is definitely not my type. I don't ride in the truck because at this point, I'm already regretting all of my choices that have led me to this point. My friend and I ride together. We get to the restaurant, his choice, IHOP. Mind you, at this point in my life, I've only ever been to IHOP as an adult after a night out of drinking, not as a fine dining experience. My friend's date meets us there, and long story short, he's an absolute prick. I don't remember a lot about him because I was dealing with my own trauma at this point.
Oh, man.
During dinner, my date tells us all about his pet copperheads that he has trapped in his yard and removed their fangs. He has shown us his glass eye work.
Hey,
Well,
I'm all for a country boy, but you lost me at Copperheads.
I love it wasn't the glass eye. It was the
Heck
copperhead.
no. I mean, I like good pirates too, so you never know.
That's true. He has shown us his glass eye whilst we were all eating, and we've heard every story. We've heard every story about his cousins and their fishing and hunting. I appreciate a good country boy, but something about this guy went beyond country.
It was the Copperheads.
Yes, your copperhead land. The best part was when it came time to pay for the check. Oh boy says, don't worry, I got it, and pulls out a roll of quarters to pay. Y'all, money's money, but that was just too much. After we ate, we bid farewell and went home. I went home and deleted my Yahoo Messenger and spent the rest of the night on my friend's couch and sobbed about how I'd never find love. After a few more flings and awkward dates, I ended up meeting my first husband. So, hope is not completely lost, but that first date will be one that lives rent-free in my head for all of eternity. Oh my
That's
gosh.
crazy.
Can you imagine?
No, I can't imagine.
It must be like so nice to be like that out of touch though. Like,
Yeah.
ain't no worries.
Hey, I kind of see it because we always say live in your own reality.
Yeah.
That dude lives in his own reality.
He sure does.
Yeah, yeah.
I just imagine someone like working like some sort of little tiny like side of the road, like House of 1,000 Corpses, like little side like store, gas station that has no
Yeah.
gas. He's like, I got copperhead fangs, rolls of quarters, couple glass eyes. I only need the one.
Yeah.
Here's a few extra.
You never
Everything
know.
need.
You might lose one.
Yeah. You never know.
You may need an extra.
You never know what you might need. Oh my gosh. I got who's in and what's it going on? You want glass eyes? I got 20.
Oh, man. We are having a little too much fun, I think, with these stories.
These are great, you guys.
Yeah. Okay, so mine is I went on a date with someone right after I got divorced from my husband, and I was like, I have 3 kids. And he was like, oh, I love kids. And I was like, yeah? I was like, do you have kids? He said, oh, yeah, I have 3. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you had kids. He's like, you're 3. And I was like, whoa. Pump the brakes, you crazy motherfucker. I'm so glad I got this one. And I legit had to change my phone number and everything. He is the reason why I don't let people come to my house, pick me up, or anything like that. He's scared the crap out of me.
Yeah. You know, I have had female friends tell me that are dating, that have kids, that sometimes there are, I mean, I guess guys and girls that are out there to find a ready-made family. That's what they're looking for. It's just like a family, like just kind of get in there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm divorced, and I mean, I haven't really been dating or anything, but I have had guys totally be like anytime I try to use that as like my, I have kids, they're like, oh, I love kids. I'm okay with having your kids and not my own. I'm like, okay, crazy. But, and I agree with her, like the not picking it up. I haven't, officially crossed that boundary completely, and I have thought about that in the back of my head because it's just me and my son, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm very protective. I don't want any crazies trying to think they can show up. I don't want anybody to know where I live.
Yeah, well, boundaries keep us safe.
Yeah,
boundaries
exactly.
Are great. Mm-hmm.
Boundaries. All right.
This one's short and sweet.
Short and sweet. That's okay, because your last one was so long. I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to be reading for days.
This one's short and sweet, but it's spicy.
Oh, okay. You're already blushing.
Oh, yeah. This one's something. I once had a man ask if he could nut in my heels. If he could nut in my heels. And then wear them. Don't get that confused. He wanted to nut in my heels, and then he wanted to wear them.
Hey, I do not judge anybody's kink.
Nope,
okay,
no
we
kink
do
shaming.
not kink shame. So we do
We're
not
not going to
kink
yuck
shame.
your yum. But
We definitely not.
Yep.
Definitely not. I mean, we all have our thing. I'm into things that other people would think were gross. So, you know.
definitely don't know if that'd be like a first date conversation, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking maybe like kinks, like let the chemistry build.
Yeah.
Let there be a little bit of relationship.
Yeah.
Then start dragging out the fantasies.
Right.
Start jacking off in the shit.
Yeah. And then start testing the waters.
Yeah. Like let there be a little bit of illusion in the beginning, guys. Don't go straight for the gusto. Okay, so this one, I went on a Tinder date once where the guy invited me over afterwards. Everything seemed so chill until I got to his house. First, his grandmother was there, which was kind of like meh. Because in this economy, a lot of college students stay with their parents.
True.
Here we are, right? Early 20s, sneaking past grandma, the hallway was long and smelled like mothballs and doesn't exactly set the mood, you know. There's hardwood in the long cream diamond and floral pattern floor runner. A trip on a little tassel thing, and that's when I see her. This was the most terrifying terrifying right out of the Conjuring movie I had ever seen. To my right is the dining room, and I can see this long dining room table that has a candlestick holder at the end, sitting in front of Grandma, who is now just staring at me, all creepy in the candlelight. This is how scary movies are made.
Yeah.
You know what really set the scene, though? I'll tell you. The dolls.
Oh, no.
The fucking glass dolls from ceiling to floor. Every single wall. And the only light is that fucking candle. He goes to help me up and just casually says, She likes to collect dolls.
Well, duh. Oh my god.
So, do you continue the mission or what?
Right. Like at that point, are you still?
There
on
was
the
no
mission?
finish up in this story.
Oh my gosh.
Did she go home? Did she head to his bedroom? Like, what do you do after that?
Looking like Honksy with her like little candle in her face. Well, so I will tell you this: we actually got this story similar like 3 times, where people would go over to a guy's house and it ended up being their grandmother's house.
Yeah. I mean,
Or
it's
like-
tough times.
Yeah, which is totally fine. But
times.
you know, you make plans. Mm-hmm. You know, let her know, hey, I'm gonna have a friend over. You know, don't try to sneak anybody in.
Get a hotel.
Get a hotel.
Yeah.
That's a nice treat. Yeah.
Yeah. Do something. Hey, good old car days.
Yeah. That's
There's nothing wrong with getting freaky in a car.
right. All right. Another short, sweet one. He came over to watch a movie and we made some snacks. We sit down and he is doing that thing that guys do that they think we like, but no one actually does. Ooh, okay, what is this? Where they just stare at you because you're pretty. So I was trying to ignore him, and finally the feeling of him watching me was too much. I look at him and before I can speak, he spits out, "Can I try on your bra? I bet it's pretty." Again, we're not kink shaming, but maybe not a first date activity.
Yeah. Save that for a few dates.
It's the second date.
Yikes. Okay, Ed Gein.
I'm like, I'll take you to the store. I bought it. We can get you size and everything. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh my gosh. Was that the end of it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Yeah, short and
Oh,
sweet.
okay. It was short and sweet, huh? All right, well, back to mine. So went on a few dates with this guy, and he was a student pilot out of Saudi Arabia. And we had been on several dates. But then when I was one time we were getting Mexican food and something he can order anything, and I was like, "Oh, why aren't you eating?"
Okay, so he wasn't ordering anything. Okay.
Okay,
At the
sorry.
Mexican restaurant. No, it's okay. It's just the way it was worded.
I know, and we're reading these like as is, so
Yeah.
it takes me a minute. My brain's not that fast, y'all.
So they're at the Mexican restaurant. He's not ordering anything.
And I was like, "Oh, why aren't you eating?" And he said, "It's Ramadan,
Okay.
that we can't eat." He's fasting. And with their kind of fasting, they can't eat, drink, or sex or anything until sundown.
Yeah.
Drinking only water and eating, I think, so they have to be like okay when they let it go. And then a little bit through dinner, he goes, "But I mean, I'll still let you go down on me."
Oh no. What? No. Oh my gosh. He's like, there's some ways around this.
There's always a silver lining.
Yeah.
Always a
There's
silver
a way
lining.
around
Yeah,
these,
there's always a little way around.
These fastings.
Yeah.
I have to fast, but you don't.
Hey, you could gobble on down.
Mexican. Oh man. Yeah, that is funny. All right. I never really went on like a proper date. It was always just hanging out with a group and then coupling up. But this one guy my friend and I knew had been hooking up. We had been hooking up for weeks. And then one day invited us over. So I got all dressed up and we went to hang out. And then he casually said how he was going to leave right now and go be with some other chick. Womp womp. Like, that's rude.
Dang. I mean,
he double booked dates?
either that or it was just like his way to let her know that she was like a buzzkill.
Yeah. Or maybe he got a text like with another girl he likes
Yeah.
after the date.
I had some people respond. I was just looking really quick, but I never got, I don't think, they either sent it to us through the email or what. Nobody ever messaged me about any other
We
dates.
got all the ones with the email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got all those.
Yeah. I guess those are our stories. Those were fun.
Yeah. Wow, y'all. It's wild out there.
It really is.
And thank you for everyone who shared their stories because it's very brave. Even though it's anonymous, it's still like a
Yeah.
very personal thing.
It is a personal thing. And I know we laugh and make fun, but it is very personal. So we definitely appreciate you.
Yeah. And if you're dating yourself, listen to these stories and let them be a cautionary tale as to what not to do.
What not to do. I think red flags, if he's making you pay for anything out the first date,
Yeah.
if they're wanting sex or anything like that, when it wasn't alluded to before, the first date, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I protect my energy. Not
It's
going
just
to
a lot of
happen.
exchanges being asked for. That's a lot of being asked for up front.
Yeah.
Just after just spending time with someone you've just met.
Yeah. But I mean, I think like a lot of people have gotten used to like the whole Tinder, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or whatever these little like dating sites are, where it's like that's all they know how to do now.
Yeah.
It's like they're lacking the communication because it's just a hookup site, you know?
Well, one of the actors from, I cannot think of his name, but one of the actors from Saturday Night Live, he's got a stand-up on Netflix right now. We watched it. It was really good. And he was talking about that. He said, like, in so many words, he goes, listen, he goes, by the time she goes on a date with you, she's bought makeup. She's waxed.
Yeah.
Like, she has, like, a pretty outfit she bought. So, she's in the red on
Yeah.
what she's done, what she's gotten ready for this date. He's like, you pay for the date. You pay for the dinner. You pay for the club. He's like, it's the least you can do spending time with her because she's
Yeah.
gotten so ready for tonight.
Exactly.
And I was like, that's a great point,
Yeah. Yeah, and women hold the power, so
Yeah.
show up.
You're not feeling it? Learn from my cautionary tale. If you're not feeling it, don't try to force a feeling. I was young. I was like, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Nope. Like, if you're not feeling it, there's reasons why, and that's okay. And I think it's better to let each other down right away than to try to like make something work that's just
Yeah.
not working.
Yeah. And protect your space. I feel like people
Yeah.
are getting crazier and crazier. So like for sure, I am all about like meeting people somewhere, or even if you want to meet in a public place and then ride together somewhere, that's fine. But like you don't need to have everybody know your address right from the get go. Protect yourself, ladies.
Yes, that's right. Call a friend, have a code, make sure someone knows where you're going, drop a pin.
Yeah. Do you guys have any fun as a married couple, fun Valentine traditions?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Not really traditions. I don't think we really celebrate it like traditionally. I mean, now I will say sometimes the weekend of we'll make reservations somewhere, maybe not on Valentine's because it's so crazy, but sometimes like the day after they still have some of those like good specials,
Yeah.
like different dishes you can try. So we'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really fun.
My ex and I, he loved Valentine's. Valentine's was like the one holiday he would show up for. And I have hated it my whole life. Like, I
Yeah.
just never liked it. It's
Yeah.
like, don't do this because everybody else is doing it. Like,
Yeah.
do these things when you want to do them, when you feel them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Have it be all year.
Yes. Yeah. So,
Right.
like,
Instead of one day. I agree with that.
yeah. And so people ask me all the time, like, they're like, are you lonely on Valentine's Day? And I'm really not, because it's not one that I would celebrate anyways and go do things anyways with.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any desire to be a part of the crowd or to do anything like that with anybody. I'm good.
But
Yeah.
check out your local spa specials.
Yeah.
All your local spas, including ours, are doing cool specials for Valentine's.
Yeah.
Your locally owned restaurants are doing something cool for Valentine's Day.
Now, if you want to try to get in with the specials, heck yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. Take advantage. Galentine's Days. I saw there's all these cool Galentine's events going
Yeah,
on.
this year I feel
everywhere.
like there's like an expansion of the Galentines.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a couple. We've sent each other a couple. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Be spending Valentine's Day with you.
Ah.
Hi.
Actually, we probably are.
I think we are, actually.
cool.
Well, I'll be working all day
Yeah, I will
because
be
I
too.
work, and then then we're going to Jacksonville to take
That's
Kingston
right.
to go
Yes.
see his.
That's great.
Yeah,
It's going to be exciting.
yeah.
I went on like a Wikipedia journey on the history of Valentine's Day, and it was crazy interesting and kind of dark. It was kind of cool. Check it out if you get a chance.
Most holidays do have like a very dark meaning, but
yeah.
I just try to say that you need to make of it what you want. You know what I mean, and
Yeah.
kind of forget the rest. So,
That's right.
all right. Well, with that said, that's a wrap.
Thank you guys.